Hi, and welcome to my channel, Coder Kid. In the last video, I showed you how to make a simple Flappy Bird game. In the last video, I also said I made a Flappy Fish game. So today, I'm going to show you how to change the characters and make a Flappy Fish game. Let's code. So, when we run, what will happen? When we run, the ground will set, our player will set, and the score will start as 0. So let's set the scene. So the scene, my scene, will be a underwater scene. Now, my player will be a fish. And then let's set the obstacle. Now, my obstacle will be a cave. So, now let's set a gap. This gap is the gap between each and every obstacle. My gap is going to be normal. And now let's set the gravity. My gravity will be normal. And of course, my score will start as 0. Now we need to set the speed of our player. The speed of my player will be normal. And that is how you set the main blocks for our game. Now, when we hit the ground, what usually happens in a game? When we hit the ground, the game will end and it will play a sound. So drag the end game block and the play wing sound. Now, it will be underwater when it hits the ground. So let's have a look at some different sounds. So let's have a look. We could have a splash, a swoosh, a wing. I think mine will be a splash sound. Now, when we hit an obstacle, which is the cave, we will play a sound. So let's drag the play wing sound block and the game will end. So let's drag and end game block. Now, what sound will it play? It could play many different sounds. It could play crash, bounce, or it could play smash. I think mine will be splash. We can change this if we don't like it when we run the code. Now, when we pass an obstacle, what happens? When we pass an obstacle, we will score a point and we usually have a sound. My sound will be a point sound. So when we click on the screen, what usually happens? Our player usually flaps and it plays a sound. Now, we're underwater, so I could flap different amounts. I'm going to flap a normal amount and the sound will be different. We could play many different sounds. I'm going to do splash. Now, I've done all of these as splash, so I might change one if I don't like one of the sounds after. Now, that's all the code, and let's click on run to test our app. I think we've missed something. The ground. We have not set the ground. So now, let's set the ground to an underwater ground. Now let's run to check if the sounds are all correct. When we hit an obstacle, my sound might be a smash sound. Now, let's see. When we hit the ground, it's a splash sound. Let's change that sound maybe to crunch, sad, I think I'll go with sad. Now let's run the app to check if it works. And there we've made our own Flappy Bird game. Now, let's rename the project. Rename the project to whatever you want. I'm going to name mine to Flappy Fish. You can have your project name as anything you want. Now let's click on save. We can share it, we can publish it on the code.org public gallery. I am publishing mine. And we can send it to phone. You can enter your phone number or scan the barcode. You can copy the link, send it to Facebook and Twitter too. So, that's it for today's video. Please subscribe, like and share to my channel Coder Kid. See you in my next video. Bye!